You're listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com for Super Bowl Sunday. I don't think we can legally say that.
No.
It is the day. No, it is the day.
The big game.
The big game Sunday. Mm-hmm. And I'm surprised that Jen, of all people, was the one that reminded me that it is this day. Jen, how are you so in tune with Big Game Sunday?
I married a sports fan, and now I watch them all.
That's too bad.
Wow.
Sam is not a sports fan. Janelle, are you a sports fan?
No.
Andy's a sports fan.
I am. I'm a fan of sports.
I side with Sam. You're still a Vikings fan, I guess, right?
I guess, right?
I didn't know it was going to be funny, but okay.
It is. It's pretty sad. I don't even know if sometimes calling the Vikings a sports team is fair. It's more just a team to inflict pain on its followers.
Minnesota teams are just usually on the cusp of almost good.
It's like a medieval torture device.
Oh.
You know that it's going to do some damage to you if you go all in.
Dark.
That's too bad, actually.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. That's why all the gray hair is coming up in the beard. Anyway, but that's not what we're talking about during this Super Soul Sunday.
Gosh.
Oprah has something called Super Soul Sunday. We should find a clip from it.
Okay.
Yes.
I think it has something to do with the seance too. So.
Oh, that's true. Well, that'd even be better. I mean, better to make fun of.
I
mean better as Hold on. Okay, so before I say anything else that's sacrilegious, here we go. It is a clip from Instagram. Here we go.
Here we go.
A super fundamentalist church when it was the 90s. We would do something called holding each other accountable. So if someone was sinning or just doing something you didn't like, you would hold them accountable. So you would have like a dramatic meeting at Denny's where you'd be like, I see you've been holding Stephanie's hand. And Jeremy would be like, yeah, I'm holding Stephanie's hand. And you'd be like, is Stephanie your future wife? Because if she's not, you're holding hands with someone's future wife. And if Jeremy didn't like that, you'd just be like, I'm holding you accountable. And Jeremy would just have to shut up and take it. In my super fundamentalist church.
Wow.
I feel like of all people, Jen could have some comments on this.
That's not far from the truth. It's not.
How many accountability meetings did you have like that, Jen?
Well, the ones that I was leading or ones that I was called to?
Both.
Yeah, I'd like to hear numbers for both, please.
What?
Man. I've blocked a lot of that out.
As you think about that, I want to know, how many hands did you hold, Jen?
Somebody's future husband.
I was a hand-holding bandit. You have no idea.
Oh my.
It does remind me.
No.
When I went to summer camp, and this wasn't even the 90s. This was early 2000s when I was a camp counselor. One of the speakers they had come up one week was talking about how he courted his wife.
Ew.
And that when they were dating, they would hold hands like this. And they did not intertwine the fingers.
Too intimate.
Until they said, I do. And this was the example that we were all supposed to try to follow.
Man, you white people need better things to do.
So you're familiar with this kind of stuff, Jen? The interlocking?
I'm trying to think if anybody, well, I mean, that was kind of unspoken. Everybody just knew that. I feel like that was a lot of this. It was just culture. Nobody was up there saying like, here's what you can do, here's what you can't do. The idea was stay as far away from the line as possible. That was the idea. And you may think it's crazy and fundamentalist and whatever, but I kissed my husband for the first time on our wedding day.
I think it's awesome. I think it's fantastic.
Did you have,
but nobody told me to, and I don't suggest it. What's that?
Nothing. Never mind.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Sam.
No, wait a minute. Well, I have lots of questions. So, did you, in fact, come to this agreement together, or was it your way, his way, or whose way?
Besides, it was my idea. It It was my idea because it was already my idea before I met him.
Oh, okay.
So it was
And he
baked
just
into
went
the
along with
cake.
it.
Was there a talk right at the beginning? You're like, okay, I can date you,
Mm-hmm.
but don't be thinking about this.
Yep.
Right.
And he
Really?
didn't like
Unless you're
it,
using
but he prayed about it. Yeah.
He prayed about it.
He
He
did, because he
did.
was like, I don't know that I want to even start this if that's the way we're going.
And then when Jesus said, making out is great. How'd that go?
You know what? He decided, I respect you and I love you enough to see where this goes.
Oh,
Already from the
Yeah.
get-go, like day one.
I know.
Whoa.
Which kind of, in a way, again, I don't suggest it. If God has not called you to do that, don't do it. It's awful. It's terrible. It takes, it's so hard. Yeah, don't do it. But I feel like it kind of, in a way, sped things up a little bit.
yeah.
Because you have to get creative with your time together, and you have to be,
So,
I don't know,
let me
get
ask.
to know each other better is what I mean. So I think literally it was 2 weeks in when he told me that he loved me for the first time. I don't think that would have happened.
He wanted that nuzzle time real bad.
Okay, how long from
Why is this becoming interview with a homeschooler? We already did that.
Part 2.
Oh, this is
Back by
this is
popular
part
demand.
1.5, I think, because you have said a number of
I
things
like it.
over the
I
past
like it a lot.
couple new episodes that we've done that warrant a whole line of new questions,
I do.
Yes, I agree.
and probably an extended episode.
True.
Yes.
Including
Yes.
I have a calendar reminder to ask you at some point about your iron deficiency, but we're not talking about
And,
that
and,
here.
No, we're
and
not.
from flower pots. We got to figure that one out too.
Okay,
Yes.
so timeline from starting to date to getting married. How long?
We met on Leap Day of 2020, so right before the world shut down. And then we were married the beginning of
They had to stay
January the
apart
next
anyway.
year. So
Okay.
11 months.
So it was almost like you were just trying to be socially distant.
Exactly. Before anybody else was.
Is 6 feet enough room for Jesus to be between you two?
Sure.
Is that leaving room for Jesus?
Sure, of course.
What was his reaction when you said pray about it? What was like? Was that off-putting? What? How
He
did
was surprised, but he did. I don't know.
Was
It's
it by
normal to me.
phone
I
or
understand that it's not normal to everybody.
Was this
No.
a face-to-face conversation
not.
or a phone text?
This was a face-to-face conversation.
Okay.
Was he leaning in for a kiss at that point? And then he said, "Nope, not yet."
You know what? I think it
That
was
would've been the best
our
time.
first official date. We went to Target, and then we went to church. And at
Wow.
church, it was
You guys
out of
went
town.
from not dating to old people.
I know, but we were out of town, but it was like a satellite, one of the campuses of the church that I go to. But he thought people knew me there. They didn't.
Mm-mm.
And he reached to hold my hand, which risque.
Whoa.
And he was like, "Oh no, people know you here." I'm like, it's okay. We're all good.
So you let him hold your hand.
He did.
First date.
Was it like this,
Yeah.
or
Did
was
you-
it like
It was like this.
Handshake method? Or
He tried. I was like, "Get out of it." No, you're not doing
You're
that.
like, whoosh.
too much? Too
I'm not
much.
Was
that
he
kind of
really
woman.
sly about it, or did he do the slow slide over, or did he
No,
just
that's skeezy. What are you talking about?
like? Well, I wasn't there.
Did
What
he
was
train
that?
your arm before he got to your hand?
Was he putting his hands up in praise and
Or did
then
he go
just
like,
kind of
"Oh,"
slowly
and put his
reaching
arm around
around
you?
your
I mean-
shoulder? Like up in
I think it was
praise.
that methodical. Maybe we need to
Around the
interview
shoulder.
him next. I don't know.
I mean, I think it would be a good idea to do interview with a homeschooler's husband
Yes.
at some point.
Get inside the mind
It's-
of the
yeah,
man.
it's just like, hey, it's like meeting somebody who married one of the sister wives.
What you're saying is you can't fathom why someone would want to marry me. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, what I'm saying is
Or how?
Like,
How could they get to that
being
point?
a homeschooler isn't as weird as being in a polygamous relationship, but it's kind of close.
I liken it to an anthropologist that gets dropped
Oh,
off
boy.
into an unreached people group and lives among them for long enough to learn their culture and their customs, and then comes out and shares their findings with the world that we find fascinating. That, oh, you do that. That's how they do that. That's how long they don't kiss until they're married.
There you go.
And all they eat is lentils.
There's lentils.
Well, and maybe if you promise him a cover on National Geographic, maybe he'll do it.
Andy and
Okay.
Don't tempt
Andy
me
and
with a
I
good
will
time.
join him on the cover shirtless,
Now, I
holding
like
spears.
Ugh.
again, I have so many questions. The more we get into this, the more questions I have. So, is this something that came from your parents that was instituted you from the very 5 or?
It was probably part
Are
of
you
her
like
graduation
currently
requirement.
concerned for me that I'm stuck in something?
No.
Like I'm in an underground bunker right now?
Is this like living in the Amish world? Like you can never
I looked
leave?
into being Amish one time.
That's
Very interesting.
that is unsurprising.
Unfortunately, Jen, this is not actually a podcast. This is an intervention.
Oh, great. I've been waiting for this day.
Blink twice if you need help.
Well, another question I have is, you say I wouldn't recommend it. Why? I mean,
Because it's difficult.
what did
It's
you do?
really hard.
Why? How did you put temptation away, 6 feet away? How did you do that?
So we were only alone together in public. We weren't behind closed doors.
Well, then you're not.
We weren't another odd thing you wouldn't think I would say was we did not allow ourselves to pray together alone. I know it sounds crazy, but it's pretty intimate.
So
anytime we prayed, we had other
wouldn't
people around.
pray, so you wouldn't become the prey.
If you want to put it like that.
Nice work, Sam. Nice work.
I do what I can.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm great at wordplay.
There's so much to go here, but let's
Let's get back to what the podcast is about.
this is what it's about.
I mean,
We're
no,
the one that
for
jumped on here.
right now.
The accountability thing. This is your
Yeah.
accountability group. Welcome, Jen.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I mean, it feels pretty normal. Great.
You're
And
stuck
we're
with this
back.
now.
I gotta sing it. And I'm holding you accountable.
Mhm.
Like the guy. There
Thank
we
you.
go. He has auto
Thank
tune
you,
though, so
Jeremy.
it's not fair.
You just have to sit there and take it.
Hey, and that's the nugget. So if you want to share your accountability stories and let me know, nuggethatemail@gmail.com. I'm still working on the website for dnugget.com, so don't try that. Just email us.
Yeah, just email us because Andy is busy.
I'm a slacker. I'm an absolute slacker.
It's all right. I'm the only one doing the work. It's fine.
It's okay. Thank you, Sam.
Ooh.
I still have so many questions.
Well, write them down, Janice.
Text me later.